And he is with us now. AD, Antonio Daniels, NBA champ, Pelicans TV analyst, Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst. The man has more jobs than anybody we know. Hardest working man in the business. AD, what's up, bro?
What's happening?
What up, fellas?
Man.
It was great to see you in BK, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, man. Yes, it was. I was just, it was awesome. It was awesome seeing you. It was a surprise.
I know, and you know what? When I saw you down there, obviously I knew you would be there, but I was like, okay. And then the big thing is to I think, call your phone and for you to answer. You know what I mean? Like, because you're busy, you're talking to people. And then he looked, and I was like, look to your right, and there it was. I had to go see you.
It was awesome to see you, brother.
Yep, no
Wasn't
doubt.
the best game to watch,
but
it was awesome to see you, though.
Right.
Yeah, that
I will say this about Brooklyn, okay, and the Nets. At least, you know, like they know where they fit in and whatever and what's going on. I couldn't believe I went in there and had a $5 hot dog and a $5 Diet Coke. You know what I'm – no, seriously. You go in and you know this, AD. You go to arenas around the country. You go to Dodger Stadium. It's $10 for a Coke. $10.
Listen, you know what? You know, Rob, a lot of times when we go into arenas, they have media dining, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And there are certain arenas that don't have media dining, so what they'll do is they'll give you a voucher.
Mm-hmm.
And with the voucher, they say, you know what, it's worth whatever, $20. You can eat, you know, anywhere in the arena. Man, listen, you go somewhere in the arena, they give you that voucher, you end up using your own money.
Right.
So the voucher can't cover enough to get something to eat.
It is
100%.
It is crazy, and that's why I was so shocked, to be honest, that a Nathan's hot dog in Brooklyn was still just $5 because I paid $10 at other places.
Well, you better hope they keep not winning.
Yeah, I guess.
If the winning go up, them prices going up. AD, you know that.
Yes. Hey, you know what? Rich Paul, I want to start there. Rich Paul just did a podcast. What was it, Max Kellerman?
No, it's their podcast together.
Oh, they got a podcast together.
Yeah.
Okay, I never listened to the show, so I never
you never miss it.
That's exactly. But anyway, Antonio, and basically said that the Lakers aren't a championship contender. What do you make of that? Like, okay, LeBron's your client, LeBron's your guy. He's
also
dwindling
said he's
down.
not leaving either.
Yeah, a year or two left, and he's playing for what reason then? If he really believes that the Lakers don't have a shot.
Obviously, there's an ulterior motive. I don't know what it is, but there was a point where Rich Paul had a lot of say in what was going on in Los Angeles with the Lakers.
Yes.
There was a point he had a lot of say. They weren't making decisions. They weren't making moves roster-wise without talking to him and talking to LeBron. Now there has been a passing of the torch, and that passing of the torch has now gone to Luka and Bill Duffy. So things have changed in L.A.
Right.
So there's an ulterior motive there, obviously, because you don't say something like that for no reason. You know what I mean?
It makes no sense, right?
Client.
It makes no sense.
No, he's your most popular client, and he's only playing now to win championships, his words, and to come on and say, well, you know what, I don't think they have enough to contend. There's an ulterior motive there, obviously. I just don't know what it is.
Oh, Eddie, I want to go here. Lakers are in the West. Got other teams in the West. You got some teams in the East. But we are wasting our time. Is this the Thunder? Can we just give it the ring right now? Because last I checked, they were like 24-1. And they were doing that most of those, 80% of those games, 90% without Jalen Williams. Then SGA sits out for a night. They still win big because Jalen's back. This is insane. Is there somebody who really can compete with them? Is the league's only hope
the
Denver?
Nuggets. The Nuggets.
That's what I said. Is the only hope
I
Denver?
agree. I think the Nuggets can. And right now, I think the Nuggets are the only team that can because of Nikola Jokic. Simply because of Nikola Jokic. But I will say this, and I'm going off of what happened last year in the playoffs. Because who knows what would have happened if Aaron Gordon wasn't hurt in Game 7 in Oklahoma City. Who knows what would have happened? Who knows? But here's the thing. Oklahoma City is playing right now like a team that lost in Game 7 in the NBA Finals. Not a team that won the NBA Finals. They're playing like a team that lost, that is trying to make up for something. team right now is on a completely different level than anyone else today, right? When we look at December, the second week of December, it is Oklahoma City, and then there's a huge gap, and then you can look at teams like Houston, and you can look at teams like Denver, and then there's another gap, and you can look at teams like Minnesota and San Antonio and Phoenix. But Oklahoma City right now has clearly set themselves far above everyone else.
Let me ask you this though: could that backfire from the standpoint of peaking too soon, like putting all of this into? We haven't even got to Christmas. The season doesn't normally start till Christmas. And I'm not saying you go out there and try to lose games, but I do wonder about piling those up. Does that really help you come April or May?
Here's the issue. Here's the thing with me, though.
Okay.
When you look at them and you see the way they play, Jalen Williams hasn't played. They're sitting guys out. They're winning these games with 60% of their starting lineup on the sideline. They haven't peaked. That's the part that's scary. This is a team that hasn't peaked yet.
All right,
that's
so
scary.
what does that say about the rest of the league? Seriously.
You're in trouble.
Okay, because
You're in trouble. That's what it said. You can't tell me right now, watching the Oklahoma City Thunder and watching them blow teams out by 20 and 30 with no Jalen Williams and no Isaiah Hartenstein and no Alex Caruso, that they peaked.
No,
because when they peak, that means everybody's available. Everybody's available.
Right, but they can't win more than that. They can't win better than they're winning is what what are they going to do? Antonio, okay, you're saying they're blowing people out. Now they're going to have their full squad. They're going to win by 40? I mean,
listen, I don't have a problem with saying, and I know when I say stuff like this, people hate to hear anything that's going on in this NBA to be the best of anything. Right. LeBron to be the greatest of all time. Steph to be the greatest shooter of all time. This Oklahoma City Thunder team, it could arguably be one of, if not the best defensive team of all time.
Oh, I don't think that's crazy.
They literally have no one on their roster that you can target. They have no one. There's no one on that team that you can look at and say, let's put this guy in action because we can get a mismatch. How many teams in history can you say that about?
No, they look incredible. And SGA may be their worst defender, and he is amazing. That's what's crazy. He's a really good defender, I should say. So let me go here with you. Antonio Daniels on with the Odd Couple on the Trash Talking Tuesday. What the heck is going to happen with Giannis? He hasn't fully asked for a trade. He's supposed to be having talks. Doc Rivers says I ain't heard nothing about it. He's gone. Okay. Then
he's gone.
Where is a likely possibility?
I don't know. I don't know. That's the hard part. The easy part is he's gone because it's what's best for both sides.
Agreed.
That's very rare. You know what I mean? Usually when a star asks out, it's what's best for the star. In this particular case, it's what's best for Giannis, and it's also what's best for the Milwaukee Bucks because they have put themselves in financial turmoil. They have a loan out on Damian Lillard, right, for the next 4 years of their money. Right? So now they're already behind financially. So they have no financial flexibility. They have no draft assets. The only nice young player that they have is Ryan Rollins, and they just figured him out this year. So how can they build for the future around Giannis? So basically, this is what it's going to look like as long as Giannis is there. If you can rid yourself of Giannis, and I mean that respectfully, even though you don't want to, you can get draft assets now to start building for what's next. I just don't know what teams out there can make that happen for them. He can't stay. He can't stay in Milwaukee.
Who's the best team in the East? Long silence because I feel the same way. I wish I could tell you.
Go ahead and say
right
it,
now, in a 7-game series, I would take the Knicks.
Okay.
In a 7-game series, I would take the Knicks, but the Detroit Pistons are playing amazing basketball. I just don't know, when the lights are the brightest, what that's going to look like.
And the other thing, too, is
last year.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is if you look at their schedule, and I'm not knocking them for winning those games, when they had that big, 13-game winning streak, like 9 or 10 of them were against some really bad teams. And
that's the East, though.
And they won, but I don't know if I could register and say that they've turned the corner yet. That's all.
Yeah,
they've turned the corner from where they were last year.
You think they're better?
Yes.
No doubt. All right,
I
AD.
think they're better because I think they're more experienced, and I think Kate Cunningham is better.
Will they
I
do
think
it?
his confidence is higher.
Yeah.
He's in the top 5 MVP conversation today.
Without a doubt. And then we got to talk next time what they do with Jalen Duren. They're going to pay him big money at some point. AD.
You're going to pay him.
Yeah. Appreciate you as always, man. All right, Rob. So they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts. And while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.